Okay, what's going on with all my money motivated stars? Now in this video, I want to talk about Cardi B and the people who watch her on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? Because the picture I just showed y'all, she supposedly had her fourth child, fourth or third. I don't know. I really don't keep up with her like this, but when I seen like the picture, cause I'm aware to what's going on and what Hollywood do to deceive people, but a lot of people are not aware. To include, especially her fans. I can't say including, but especially her fans and people who support her. That was a picture of her being taken in the gym. You know what I mean? She's already in the gym because they said she had a baby a couple days ago, and she's in the gym. You feel what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all why that is. We already know this. She was never pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people are being fooled by these celebrities day in and day out, year in and year out. You know, these people really don't be pregnant, man. Because a lot of people will say, "Oh, if she was pregnant, this is just a revenge, baby, so she can get back at Offset, such." That will make it even more crazier. You know what I mean? The fact that you didn't really go through a pregnancy and it's looking like you was being on some childish stuff and got pregnant, you know what I mean, to get back at Offset, you know what I'm saying? But she was never pregnant. That's why she in the gym, you know what I mean? Even just looking at these pictures or whatnot, you know what I mean? We don't even know if these pictures were doctored, you feel what I'm saying? And if they wasn't doctored, they have, just like you see in these movies, man, they have prosthetic stomachs and baby bumps and moon bumps that these celebrities use. It's no different from Beyonce. Beyonce was never pregnant. Just like I showed y'all in the video where she was sitting down and her baby bump went flat. And she looked like, damn, did the camera catch that? Yes, the camera caught it, Beyonce. It's in one of my videos. Y'all can go search it up. And you have the people who on Beyonce's side and Cardi B's side, they'll get in the comment section and say, well, of course, because they would argue with me about this. But like that video I had of Beyonce, it's so evident that her stomach went in flat. You know what I'm saying? And it was evident that Beyonce looked startled that she knew that happened on camera. You know what I'm saying? So in the Beyonce fan mind, they get in your comment section and still try to vouch or give excuses and say, well, of course she's not gonna really have a baby. You know what I mean? Most celebrities don't have babies. They're trying to watch their figure and they have to perform and all that. But do they have to deceive you in doing it? Why don't they just say, I'm finna have a surrogate baby and that be that on that? Why go around with the whole charade of having a baby bump, pretending as if you are pregnant? Because the story really gets deeper than that. You know what I mean? I can say a lot of things about a lot of things, but I'm just gonna keep it surface level. Because it's like a if you know thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to get really deep into that or why they deceive people like that, because it's not about preserving their body. Because if it was about preserving their body, she wouldn't be going to the gym, you know what I'm saying, or faking. You know, these people have to keep up a charade, and people, so-called regular people who go to work, they'll look at this photo and like, oh God, she's Superwoman. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the average human who's not conscious or even not even woke to this stuff, who's not really who's not woke to this stuff and not using their brain cells at all. That's why they look at these celebrities. That's why they worship these celebrities, because they look at the celebrity. First of all, the energy that these celebrities are channeling, they come with great power. You feel what I'm saying? That's why these folks have to do sacrifices and all this stuff. But not only that, they're living a life, and their pictures can be doctored. Stories can come out about them to make them seem superhuman. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of these so-called average day-to-day people looking at these celebrities is they so powerful because they doing stuff that you probably wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Like you probably had a real child and probably didn't get to moving and doing certain things. Cause I know women who had children who will probably have a child and be right back at work the next 2 weeks. You feel what I'm saying? I think I seen something in my lifetime where I was working with a woman and she took like a week off after she having a baby, a week and a half, and came back to work. You feel what I'm saying? But that's different than working out. You know what I'm saying? Like she's going to the gym. Like the women that I've heard of or saw do that, they would go back to work and they would be light on their feet. They won't be in the gym doing whatever she was doing. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's not the thing to do. You don't put your success before your body. You could potentially die. You feel what I'm saying? Your wound has the risk and all that. But like I said, a lot of these folks ain't even got them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just gonna leave it right there. But people gotta stop being fooled by these celebrities, man, and thinking and look at how many women who probably look up to her gonna start trying to do the same thing. You are a woman, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that these celebrities pretend that they doing, they're not doing. And a lot of people need to stop vouching for them, or well, they gotta keep their body up, or they gotta do this. And it's so frustrating because you so worried about them presenting music to you, them presenting a movie, videos that you don't care. You're not realizing the stuff that they're doing is not even really possible like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that they do, it is possible, but it's certain things that you can still do, but you're still gonna have an effect behind it. You're still gonna see certain things because it's like these celebrities be pregnant and then within 5 weeks they done popped out the baby. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people get in the comment section and say, well, they just told you late. You feel what I'm saying? They just told you late. Man, I ain't even gonna go there. Like I said, because there are things that can be said to justify that. You know what I mean? Because it's been accounts of some women who've been so-called pregnant, they whole pregnancy and not known. You feel what I'm saying? Or they found out very very late because some women don't really show. You know, average a woman will start showing probably like 2 months. You'll see a good like 2 months, 3 months, and some stomachs stick out farther than others. But it has been cases of people like I know it's been like 7 8 months and they didn't get big. You know what I'm saying? And the baby still came out healthy or whatnot. But you have those people who don't go that far to think that and push out those type of situations. But those were natural occurring situations. When it comes to these celebrities, they always deceiving. You feel what I'm saying? They always doing it. So it would be better for you to listen to the average person than a celebrity because they only doing stuff to sell music and they selling controversy and all these things, man. And they'll have your ass out in the gym thinking you can work out because Cardi B did it. I seen some in the dumbass comment section. Comments in the comment section. Like she did that her last pregnancy. Her body's used to that. Her body heals faster because she's used to. I get it, muscle memory. You know what I mean? And if you was an active person when you was younger going to the gym, if you don't take too long of a break, your body can get back in shape quicker than somebody who has never hit the gym. I get that, but the excuses that could be made for an average person, the excuses that could be made and it could actually be real, they're giving all the excuses to the celebrities. And like I said, it's just too much of a coincidence and too much of a deception for them to do that. Like I said, if they was getting a baby by a surrogate or whatever, there's nothing wrong with it. It's plenty of people who do that. You feel what I'm saying? But to act like you pregnant, be on stage jumping around doing all that, you know what I mean? Even people in the comment section, bro, like it's normal. She was already very very active when she was pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, women can be active while they're pregnant, but these celebrities be doing stuff that women cannot do while they're pregnant. Well, we be cutting backflips. They be sitting down. Like I said, they got the Beyonce sit down. Baby just go all the way in the back of her spine. You feel what I'm saying? And they be like, it's normal. She's still pregnant. But like I said, man, it is what it is. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this topic, but it just was bothering me a little bit in the comment section that a lot of people really just don't see what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Like these people be pregnant so quick, you know what I mean? And they just pop out babies so quick and they just go back to their normal lives so quick. Like, you know, it's not human. You feel what I'm saying? It's not natural is what I'm trying to say, man. I'm not sitting here hating on nobody, hating on a woman. I'm not hating on males when I make videos. I'm just speaking from my point of view and my observations that people don't look at because they're so intertwined with these people's lifestyles. Some people are very, very happy she got out of her relationship. You know what I mean? It's just like they're too in tune with it, so they catch emotions behind anybody speaking about them because they want to attach their lives and their personal situations to the situations that their favorite celebrity has gone through. It's not the same. They're being deceptive. You weren't being deceptive in your relationship when you was pregnant, because you was pregnant and you was actually going through a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that a lot of drama that she go through ain't real. You know what I mean? They just get publicized because any celebrity anything that happens gonna get publicized. But you got to be able to tell between like what's real and what's fake. But like I said, even the Beyonce video, people still had excuses behind that video of her baby bump folding in, because it's not one of those things. They don't even go so far to get like the most realistic looking baby bump. It's something that could, like a styrofoam, like silicone, some shit that can pop in and pop out. You feel what I'm saying? Just like Michelle Obama, you can't really find no picture online of her being pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of these people are going through surrogates, and you can see the real, like you can see a lot of stuff if you just go down that rabbit hole. You feel what I'm saying? And then a lot of these pictures are very, very doctored. You know, you can see pictures of certain in the new age of these women getting pregnant. Some of these women getting pregnant, you can see the CGI. You know what I mean? These people have been using technology to make something seem some type of way. The technology is outstanding these days. You feel what I'm saying? You see with the AI, and I'm gonna make a video about that a little bit later on about, you know, I'm just gonna keep it silent until I make a video. But yeah, like I said, if you care about these celebrities, do your due diligence on what they doing and what they partake in and how deceptive they have to be when going into this industry. They got so many secrets that they won't let out. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why they're being controlled. They got dirt on them. They got dirt on other celebrities. That's why you see one celebrity like a Clifton Powell speaking out, you don't really see nobody going to their aid. You ever notice that whenever a celebrity is speaking out, they make a whole post about them being crazy, like the Tila Tequila. She was talking about she was a clone. You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle, all these people who come out and saying, "Oh, they trying to kill me." Martin Lawrence running down the street with a gun in his hand, saying they trying to kill me. Nobody pays attention to this, because once all they got to do is say, "Oh, he's going crazy." People gonna believe it. People are going to believe it, even when these folks come out and tell you. You see, nobody runs to these people's aids because everybody in the celebrity world knows what's going on. Now, if you're a D-list celebrity, you probably don't know, unless you're just a person like me who just research or know these things or whatever. But if you're an A-list or B-list celebrity, probably see, you know about cloning. You know about all this stuff that's going on. You know about the child sacrificing, the child trafficking, the human trafficking. You know about these things. You know what I'm saying? You got to be quiet, though. And we talking about it. That's why they making as much money as they making. Elon Musk just became a trillionaire. No one man should have all that power. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you be notified when I post a video, and y'all be blessed on walking that smoke.